Well, hey guys. I don't know who all is gonna see this, but whoever sees it, sees it. So I feel like I want to talk about my truth, my journey, and what it's been like for me. So, and what I've overcome. So what it's been like for me. Wait, okay. So what it's been like for me is okay. So what it's been like for me is it's been super scary, okay? This journey has been a lot, and I'm sure, actually I'm going to focus on me. So this journey has been insane, okay? But I've also learned so much about myself, through this journey and through this awakening within myself. I have learned that I always needed help with boundaries. I never knew how to set boundaries. I never knew how to say no, and I'm still working on those. Every single day, I'm still working on those, and so I just want to, put that out there that, everyone's journey is different. And so I feel like what I have chose differently, I haven't been in a relationship, I have my fair share of toxic relationships. I mean, so I haven't been in a relationship in a minute, and I, used to run to relationships for everything, and I used to run for sex, for everything, and I would run to my mom for everything, and it was wild. But I feel like today, I do feel like, today I have, I still have my ups and downs for sure. But I feel like in the past, 2 or 3 years, I have definitely changed, tremendously. I have overcame so much, and things that I thought I never could or never would. I always wanted to, but it was just difficult. And then, God found me, and AA found me. And it was really scary. It was really scary, but also it was so great at the same time. There's so much that, I talk to people more. I get outside of myself more, and I feel, I mean, I've always felt different, and I know that I'm different, and I feel like I do embrace my difference, you know. Like I still have my insecurities, but I feel like I really, you know, I know I've overcame a lot. So this is just like, I'm not gonna edit this. This is just like, you know, me, my authentic self, or if you will. So like I have broken a lot of cycles that I thought I never would. I'm most of the time I'm okay with being alone. I struggle with motivation sometimes, and knowing my true purpose and what God has, you know, sent me here to be. And sometimes I, you know, wonder, you know, what it may be. So I know what I loved, you know, enjoy doing. You know, I've always been passionate about, you know, doing hair, and obviously I'm passionate about fashion. So it's been really good. Like, it has. Like, all the trials and tribulations and, you know, all of it, it's like the beautiful, like, it's the journey, you know? It's a journey within it all, with all of it. And, you know, I'm just, you know, I just want to say that I'm tremendously grateful, you know, for everything in my life today. Like, I might not have much, but it's more than I ever have. Like, mind, body, spirit, like, all of it. And, you know, this is not my destination. Like, I still have a lot of healing to do. That's real. And I'm very grateful that I get to do this today. And I've had a lot of people help me along the way, and, you know, that have pushed me, and that has, you know, been rooting for me the whole way. And, you know, I struggle with, sometimes I struggle with being worthy, and, you know, like, I feel like we're all inherently born worthy. Like, God made us worthy, you know? So why not, like, we are worthy. And so, like, with that being said, like, we are deserving, and we are meant for great things. Like, we all have a purpose in this world, and, you know, we need to foresee it. Like, that's God's plan. And, you know, I've just learned so much. And I'm grateful for all of it. I really am. Because I always thought that I would run back to a relationship and run back to that toxic person and Um, and you know, these lessons, these like life lessons that we individually have to learn and get to learn, you know, until we truly get it, until we know that, you know, I'm not gonna put up with it anymore. Like, I'm gonna stand my ground, and that's just gonna be it. Like, because it I'm not a freaking doormat anymore. I don't want to be a doormat anymore. I want to stand up for myself, and I want to, you know, be the man that God has put me here to be. And, you know, it has just been let's see if I can come up with the words. It's just been, you know, so, and I've had many setbacks. I have, but I've also, you know, grown through those setbacks and really, you know, honed in on myself. But I also feel like if I get any leeway or any, you know, it's not for me. Like, you know, I truly have to feel ready to take that next step, you know? And it's like I know, like, you know, within myself that, you know, I've always had this feeling, you know, that I'm meant for more. And I've also had trouble, you know, feeling safe within myself and, you know, the outside world as well. So, you know, what I feel like I'm trying to get at is, you know, we all have ups and downs, and we all go through trials and tribulations, and you know, I feel like it's really good for us to be there for one another and support one another, and, you know, show kindness and love for one another, because, you know, we were meant for connection, and we were meant for that love and that grace. It is a crazy world out there right now, but I truly believe that it's gonna get worse before it gets better. So this is my second video, and I definitely will have more to share, but I appreciate you guys.